So we've got the costume, the cosplay outfit done. The experiential activation goes well. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
The real world contains lots of many surprises. And so once all that's finished, one of the things that I always was surprised at is what happens to that stuff after. Like, what do we do with those things? Do you even know where Inarius' costume is at this very moment?
I do not, actually.
He is in my closet.
Okay, nice. Yeah, sometimes we're asked to hang on to it. Like Waypoint itself is asked to hang on to it. Sometimes it travels around and it's like on tour, basically, like a rock band. It's popping up at different trade shows and festivals and events. But I would say the most common result is it ends up in the lobby of a video game company.
Experiential activation is when could be anything from a booth at a conference or a trade show. For example, E3 or Gamescom or one of those, where the publisher will rent out a space and erect a giant booth or a small one and come up with cool experiential activations. And what that means is it's something you can experience. You can go right up to a statue of the character and take a picture with him, you or her. You can go into one we did for Man of Medan for Bandai Namco. We made a photo booth. So it was like a 10 by 10 room, and you would go in there and you would, a canister would puff air in your face, scare the bejesus out of you, and then the camera would take a picture, the lights would flicker.
I like to think of it as like a touch point for your audience, like when they're physically with you. And it can be as simple as a little, collect all 3 pins at our booth today, and then people trade them around. Or we've been seeing a lot of the interactive photo booths, or we've been seeing, I think there was one at, where were we, where they had the big Overwatch thing in the lobby when you went into the convention.
And the cameras in the semicircle.
Yeah, and so there's like a 360 camera, and it would put you into the background of a scene, and it had like a green screen sword that turned into like a crazy weapon when you get your picture printed out. So
right on.
Like AR is still a part of this, and interactive photo ops for sure.
Yeah, and so when we were doing the giant statue that was mountable, we did that for a few games. The Chocobo for sure. We also did it for
Guild Wars 2.
Thank you. Guild Wars, thank you. And that was a Griffin. And so there were some things to consider, insurance-wise, safety-wise.
Yeah, totally.
And people climbing up on something and being 6 feet in the air, turns out there's some things to keep in mind. And one of them was the load-bearing weight of that structure. And the fabricator we're working with, who was in Temecula here in California, recommended we do a welded steel frame. And so we had these 2x2 or 3x3 metal square posts, and we welded them all together like a skeleton.
When you're talking about what it's rated for, there's structural engineering that goes into this that you wouldn't really consider for, when we make a small scale statue, we pretty much think about, can it stand on its own? But this is like a whole nother ball game. And we're, doing simulations, we're doing computer models to test the structural integrity, and then actual welding, like you said, in a steel frame inside. So that was just like the core skeleton of this thing, and you got to consider people getting on it.